Yeah, I think he's here. Yeah, go ahead, go check him out.
What's going on, man?
Not much, dude. Gonna move some heavy weight today. It will fit on the bar.
You bought your own barbell, man?
Brought my own barbell, dude.
What's wrong with my barbell?
It's not a deadlift bar.
I got Texas power bars though.
It's gotta be whippier, man. It's gotta be longer and whippier.
Yeah. I think my bars are like this, no? Not that one.
Well, that's a Texas deadlift bar.
Yeah, this is deadlift bar specifically.
Yeah, specifically a Texas deadlift bar. So they're the same kind of bar, but that's
So the power bar is a little different than the deadlift bar.
yeah, a little bit. This is it's thinner in your hands. It's got better handling and it whips very, very, very easily. So you'll bend it up to about here before it leaves the ground.
Shit, baby. Yo, this is the guy that showed up. What Thursday? Last week, me and Chris were training, and I don't know. Every once in a while, we'll just like peek out the window and somebody's like trying to get in, and he showed up. It was just fine, but I figured I went back and checked out. This is George Lehman, by the way, his YouTube channel. A lot of interesting videos in there. This guy's got a big mouth. He don't care. He'll say whatever it takes, right?
I don't have any sponsors to disappoint, dude. So
Yeah, that's the best part. Yo, somebody wanted to put me on TV, and I was like, I had to really think about it. I was like, yo, I actually have to say and do or not say and do in order to serve other people, like, you know, based on their contract and shit. I was like, YouTube's good enough for me.
Yeah, it makes you a little bit faker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's cool, man. It's good to see somebody calling like this. So what are you gonna do today? You just gonna pull some deadlifts?
Hopefully, I can go heavy enough to do something heavy.
Even hopefully.
The plates might not fit on the bar.
You could,
I brought duct tape, so I can get as many on as possible, kind of thing.
got new boxes. These are the jerk boxes. They're actually called jerk blocks. Remember you were asking about that?
Jerk blocks. I'll have to use those later.
Jerk blocks. They just. So we're gonna work a little bit of Olympic. I need a break. My nervous system's fried from all the snatches and cleans and jerks. But we'll work a little bit of snatch practice and then some heavy body stuff. Well, this guy uses to pull my plates. This, it doesn't spin so good. Even this looks bigger, like the collar looks bigger.
Basically, if you just hold it in your hand, you should feel the difference, the knurling and the bar center. And if you look,
That bar looks,
like it whips.
do it again. Yeah, is that the one that you used in that video?
Yeah.
So you carry that with you wherever you go?
I try and leave it at certain gyms.
Yeah.
But generally, if the gym doesn't have it, I gotta take it with me. I mean, from time to time, if I'm not going.
You know a real fucking lifter? When he brings his bar with him. That's no shit right there. You guys who think that you're serious about lifting, carry your bar with you wherever you go. That's how you know motherfucking real lifter. No, it's alright. I got my own.
Got a problem, man.
I'm gonna work a few overhead squats just to stretch, snatch balance. Then we'll do snatches off the blocks. We'll just get one block. Do snatches off the block. We'll get into a deep position afterwards. So you're not gonna compete until you can pull a certain amount?
It's not called into the American deadlift record, which is 906.
Yeah.
Raw, I think, right? It's raw. It's not equipped by Vince, and I wanted that. And that was my goal this last Saturday, but I pulled my rear delt because I jumped up too heavy. And of course, I don't know if the camera can get it, but like I don't know how high definition it is, but like there's a tear in there that would have, it's deep right there, and right there it would, there's no way it would hold up.
I got it.
Like there's no way it would have held together for 900 pounds. I tear this about every week, so.
Yeah. What do you do? Put crazy glue in it?
You know, I just kind of deal with it. And once it tears pretty bad, I'll take these sponges and kind of put it between the palm of my hand.
When you lift?
Yeah, well, I do grip training separately.
Okay.
Because, I mean, obviously I have to use straps to train my deadlift as I do.
Should pay me. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put an affiliate link down in the bottom. Click my links. You buy something from them. No way I get a little cut. But if that makes you uncomfortable, then don't do it. Because all you're doing is contributing to my mansion fund. So might not. Yeah, I need a break from lifting straight off the floor.
I went to Chicago to train with the Lily Bridges, you know what I'm talking about? And it was an hour and a half drive. I went there like twice a week. Yeah.
So an hour and a half, I mean, it's about...
Here it's only like an hour, which is like kind of typical for me, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, it's not a little bit, man.
No.
3 hour half here?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much I can teach you about getting stronger, but it's cool to have an interesting guy like yourself here with us.
Well, there is certain things I need to learn too. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Clearly you're doing something right, plus...
I'm not cripple myself, stuff like that. But to be honest with you,
you realize the sacrifices associated
Oh,
with
yeah.
what you're doing, so it's not even... Look, sometimes, and look, this is just an attitude, and it's not a judgment right or wrong, but sometimes you just gotta do whatever the fuck it takes to get what you want. And with that attitude, no type of education or motivation or ideas are gonna support that person greater than their desire. Desire beats all that shit. Hunger.
Yeah.
That's where you're at.
You know, to be honest with you, I find that people who really excel at this, they don't have enough to live for in every other regard. And I hate to say that, but I believe it's true. I think this, specifically supplement abuse and diet abuse and, you know, the kind of...
It's unhealthy, you know that.
Yeah, it's the training alone. I mean, every time I train, I can tear a quad muscle or whatever, you know what I mean? It's very harmful for your body.
Yeah.
And anyone who's very into it doesn't have very much else.
Right.
Like,
and this is not just talking, becoming as strong as is applicable to like daily life or looking good or even playing some sports. You're talking about like world class, lift more weight than any man that's walked the earth type goal.
yeah, I believe once people get to a certain level, they don't have a choice anymore.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people might become diabetic from using insulin. A lot of people, their hormones will never work again. Their bodies are destroyed. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna live in pain regardless.
Right.
So they kind of lose the choice, and then that becomes who they are, and they get addicted to that.
Yeah. Personally identified with lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you, man, you're talking a language that I'm fluent in, because I was there when it came to strongman. You know, the difference was, there are a couple of differences, but I had a family, and I felt like there was more that I could contribute. than becoming as strong as I possibly fucking can. But that attitude is exactly what I had, was nothing's getting in my way. I don't care, I'll die for this.
When you apply that same thing, see, I really came here to learn from you, not about training, I came to learn from you about success. Because I see it. You are successful. And you took that from training and you applied it to what you do now. And it's made you extremely successful. In my opinion. I mean, I don't know all your personal.
I get exactly what you're saying.
But that's what it really is. And certain people who get real strong, they've learned success in that specific thing.
Yep.
You know, not necessarily everything else. But even when you get to the top level, guys like, I mean, obviously it's my opinion of what success is, but the top level guys, they make so much money, they can afford to do this shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's success to me. They built a fan base, they're doing exactly what they want to do. They figured out how to support it, you know, how to live long enough to continue doing it. And that to me is extreme success, because it's what they want to do. And they figured out a way to do it. It's not easy.
Well, listen, you have the key ingredient, which is the attitude associated with the success that you want. Here's the most difficult part. Taking the context of what you do and switching that, but bringing the same content, which is you and your attitude. That same do or die attitude about being able to pull 1,000 pounds, logically you could say, yes, of course, take that same attitude and put it towards something else. B, you got A and you got B. The problem comes when your identification is wrapped up in that, and then you try to withdraw it and put it somewhere else. Then it's like, well, I don't really care about this as much as I cared about that, because this is still my personality over here. The most difficult part, and that's why I say, you know, I talk about becoming a stronger version of yourself, is literally dying to one character and then being reborn as another. And that's whatever you want, you know. If doing what you're doing is where you like to die, and let me tell you, like, there's no better way to die than to die doing what you love. If you truly want to lift 1,000 pounds and your head fucking explodes the day that you do it, that's a great fucking way to go out. It's just, what do you want? Because you can place all types of judgments on what you should want, or what the world wants, or what looks good, or what's right. But really, what's right is what you chose.
Yeah.
Damn it! I'm gonna have to warm up again. Talking too much. There we go. One set. Then we'll talk for a minute. You're on your way, George.
Sooner or later, if I make it long enough.
You make it live, you said?
Make it long enough. Don't cripple myself, give up. All that.
Hey, you know what? The best thing might ever happen is you do cripple yourself. And now you have a fucking great story to tell. That's why when I tore my bicep, I was like, good story.
Yeah. Good, Chris.
I don't remember the exact quote, but essentially one of the principles of successful people, mindset of successful people is, there's no such thing as bad or not things that are not good. They're just opportunities. You know, everything that seemingly sucks to most people, a business person, an entrepreneur, a successful person, is going to look at it as an opportunity. Boom, what are we going to do now? Thrive on that. Okay, cool, let's go up. Let's go up. We'll talk to you, bro. Hey, by the way, just break the fucking floor. Just bust fucking holes in there, okay? I'm messing with you, man. But I don't care. We'll fill it up. The workout we're doing today is Olympic lifting. Just one lift, followed by Rusty Moore's Visual Impact Phase 3, which is very much, if you've got the Grow Stronger method, It's very much like the Grow Stronger method minus the Olympic lifting. I mean the gymnastics. Cool, you good? Let's take it up! I feel like a pussy saying let's take it up next to this guy with all the plates in my gym on it. Still room for more. Go, George.
See the bar whip on that though?
Huh? Wait,
Bar whip? Yeah.
beautiful.
It actually, it lifts back up halfway through the lift and it like keeps momentum going.
Bro, these shits better not break.
Everything looks so clean on camera.
Calling you Matt Chan. Right? Ah! That was explosive. I felt like man on that one. I feel good because I'm not coming off the ground. I feel like I can wrestle a little bit. I'm tired of fucking coming off the ground. Let's go, Chris. Yeah! I fucking love these things.
People think it's like a form, like I'm doing it wrong or some shit. I might be, but like it seems to work.
Hey, coming from a guy who just created a video called Corrective Deadlifting with like the most conservative deadlifting form ever, I'm agreeing with you right now. You know what? Form could go out the fucking window when you're about to pull a world record on any lift whatsoever. Yeah, there comes that point. There comes that point where you just gotta do whatever the fuck you gotta do. There's this, have you ever read Mastery by Robert Greene? I reference it all the time. There's this one point where he talks about basically how masters behave. That's the whole entire book. And he talks about Miles Davis, I think, at one point, and he says, or Charlie Parker. And basically Charlie Parker says, you take all the time in the world, you know, you take your time, you learn the notes, you learn the music, you learn the cadence, and you learn the instrument. Then you forget all that shit and just fucking play. And that's basically like a lot of what it is when you're lifting, when you guys like are kind of new. You learn, and then there comes a point, fuck everything and go. Just pull the goddamn bar. That's what strongman was like for me when I met Tom Mitchell, and I was a personal trainer, like, you know, all real conservative about form and stuff. Yeah. He shows up and points at a stone and says, remember that? You came with me that time? He goes, okay, now pick that up. He's like a real southern badass. All right, now pick that up and put it on top of here 5 times. And I'm like, okay, like, how? Like, should I have my butt, like, rounded back? And he's like, I don't care what you do, just put it on the damn box. At that point, I was like, I'm in heaven. Whatever it takes. We did like 50 times. Try that again. Damn! That means get under it. That was good pull? I gotta pull more, right? Yeah, sure. Hop. That requires, gotta get under it. I'll try it one more time, then I'm gonna lay it down. Actually, I'll keep going. Beast.
Going faster now, you're flexing faster.
Yeah, you got that. Huh?
I got it. Right? I mean, I was here. Right?
you're not going down half that.
I gotta go down a lot lower, faster, right? Ain't gonna happen today. But at least I know, so my pull looks pretty good. You guys tell me, pull looks pretty good, but I gotta get under that shit. That sucked. That sucked too. It just takes so much repetition.
George, 765.
765. Alright, congratulations. Short anything I ever came close to. That's fucking amazing.
See, this is, right now I can feel my rear delt getting a little bit jumpy. And this is when
Jumping?
Well, no, just like, you just kind of feel it, you know what I mean? Like I'm at 765. And this is when, if I was like a good self-coach, I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Yeah. I remember doing the same shit.
It's terrible.
Like you feel the shit about the pop, but it's like, should I stop doing that?
The hardest part about all this for me is holding myself back. And that sounds silly, but it's really the hardest part.
Have you read Easy Strength by Dan John and Pavel?
I haven't read anything.
You might want to read it because it's a lot about coaching, and he talks about, specifically about athletes that are becoming very close to their potential in a very niche sport. And he says that the most difficult thing in coaching those athletes is telling them to slow down, back up, back off. So you're right. It'd probably be the best strategy. Because sometimes it feels like you're being a pussy, but really, the courage comes in not doing the thing because you're gonna feel like a pussy. It's kind of a catch-22.
Yeah.
Doing the thing that seems tough seems like that's what would make you not a pussy. But really, by not doing the thing, you're more courageous.
I think at some point, all these really, really strong people have something very negative to them happen that pushes them in the direction of strength. And sooner or later in life, they have other things going on. Like you said, like it's the wrong thing to say they don't have enough going on, but they become addicted to the extreme. And some people get addicted to certain things that build up to give them a reason to be alive. And that was training for me.
Yeah.
I got everything that made me feel good about myself came from training. And because of that, I took it to an extreme. At 15, I decided I wanted to be the strongest teenager. By 18, I was very close to it. I could squat 750. I wasn't taking it. I could bench like 440. I could pull 700 for reps. But what I had to do that ruined my life. I stopped going to school from like 15 to 18. I basically had no friends. And I didn't do anything at all outside my house. All I did all day was focus on the goal. And the only reason I could do it, I went from 200 pounds to about 400 pounds in that time frame. Yeah, and I'll tell you why. I didn't intend to live very long. I literally, my goal was, I'm so shit, I'm so fucked up, I'm so nothing. There's nothing else I have. I hate being alive. Everything's terrible. So I'll just do whatever it takes to be the strongest person ever, validate myself, and then whenever I get that record, whatever it is, teenage, 18, 19, whatever it would be that I would get it, I literally intended just to kill myself. Just literally on the platform, like I had a whole plan. And what it was is I had nothing else to live for. And you know what happened? I got hurt right before I could, get the record. So I guess that was a good thing.
Thank God.
And I dieted down from 385 to 235 because obviously it wasn't a lack of... Yeah, it wasn't a lack of dedication. It was the most extreme dedication I can tell you. You're gonna do this many sets. You know what I mean? Like this, you're gonna suffer through this, you fucking pussy.
That's your masochism, like you said before.
It was, and my brother's the same way because he went through similar things. And when I got to a certain age and I hurt myself and I couldn't get the record, I'd lost everything. All those years were just nothing. I'm nothing inside, I'm shit, I'm all this stuff, gone. Once you start living for it that way, there's no turning around. You can't just be like, I'm gonna try and be the strongest person ever for 10 years, and then like it's whatever.
There's no back door on that.
Yeah, where do you go from there? You try until you die.
Try until you die. That was good. I like that. I can see why you love it, man. Not many people, let me put it this way too. As dysfunctional as you may call it, not many people feel that good. That smile on your face, that right there, you see that? Not many people get that. You know when the last time most guys got that? When they were in Little League and they hit like a grounder out that some kid missed and their dad finally gave them a fucking hug. That's when they feel that. You're 22 years old and lifted 855 pounds. You feel like a little kid right now. That was amazing.
I should have brought plates, man. I would have pulled them before. Yeah. I would have gone 945. Of course, I'd have to be, otherwise I'd be in prison. I actually got the idea from Brandon Lewis. Very, very, very smart, very successful guy in my opinion.
Who is it? Brandon
Lewis. He's in 308 middle class.
Okay.
He's fallen over like 2,200. Like, I'm real bad with numbers, but he's the shit. You know what I mean? Like, basically the shit. And that's when I started finding out that these top lifters are really just very fucking smart people. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Not just training, but their life. You know what I mean? They have shit.
You've got to be fucking quirky and weird. A lot of people don't realize what it takes to be the best. The best means you've given up a lot of normalcy.
It's unusual, is what it really is. Yeah, it takes an unusual person.
I think we live in, obviously we live in a land of opportunity. but I think sometimes we get a little retarded with what that actually means. It doesn't mean you can really just do whatever you want to do. What it means is you've got an opportunity, but there are limitations.
Yeah. I gotta get these weights off here. I think so, man. Like, if I could fit another 25 on there, I might have given it a shot. But I'm gonna have to do something weird. Successful people believe in you. They're giving you a best. Very, very, it's everything.
That's really awesome.
Believe in yourself only goes so far without somebody to reinforce it.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times that's essentially what I do, and I mention it over and over again to people in my videos. I know a lot of guys enjoy my videos and they say things like, Elliot, you changed my life because of you, because of you. And I gotta stop sometimes and say, look, I'm not telling you anything you didn't already know. All I'm doing is showing you how powerful you really are. And at a visceral level, we all know how powerful we really are. But we've never been given the opportunity to look at that, appreciate it, or say, yes, that is true. I am awesome. Dude, thank you for coming, man.
Interesting.
That's fine. I don't care. That's kind of dirty. Cool, man. Well, good luck with everything, man. Stay in touch. I'll shoot you that email. Email me first, right? I don't forget.
I understand. I understand it.
And I'll send you a link for something that you just hook you up.
I bet you